Hey guys, how's it going? You might notice that there's a bit of echo, which isn't the best actually, but I might turn that down a minute. Whoa. Right, so you might notice that I'm wearing Manchester United top, which is cool, stuff like that. I see someone is watching, so thanks for joining, people. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be discussing football. We're going to be discussing what it means to me. We're going to be discussing shirts, memories, boots. I'm going to go through like some of my favorites, all this, and then show them off and all that kind of stuff. So what's going to happen is I'll come from this screen to my phone and then back to this screen again. So it will be a bit of a to and fro, but hopefully it works out. All right, so let's get started on the shirts. So hey guys. So what? Right, just so I haven't got a duplicate. This is the new United shirt from this season. Bradbury. Yeah. Because I am Bradbury. What? So, as some of you might know, I used to play for a few different football teams in my time. I hope the sound's all right. I don't really know, but hopefully it's good. Good, eh? Anyway, so first, one of the teams I used to play for. So I'm going to try them on as well, so that you can see. Oh, it's massive on me now. I just put this on a second. Oh, because I used to be quite a big guy, but this used to fit quite tight over you. Now it's massive. As you might be able to see, it's like a curtain almost. But I used to play for Hereford when I was at RNC. We had a pretty good team there, and I had some good memories there. I smashed in a nice goal against South West Rovers at the time, which was pretty sweet. My other team that I was on loan from, so I was pretty happy about that. So, moving on. Let's get rid of that one. What? So, there's no particular order to this, by the way. No, sort of top 10, whatever, stuff like that. But it will be good, you'll see. Anyway, this is Exeter's top, which is pretty sweet. Exeter Billy Counts, who I play for now, with my initials, ASB, or AB, that is me. And yeah, I've had a good time there, so far, a bit disrupted this season, but that's just normal, still, working out the system for this live streaming thing, so bear with me, but should be pretty interesting. And also, I can't really read no comments or something like that, so get the comments in. I want to know your favorite football shirts, your best memories, all that. What? Right, moving on. So this is my South West Rovers SWR. Whoa, this is massive on me. Whoa. I could put about 2 people in here. Honestly, this is big. Oh. Zip is not the best on this. I always remember that. Believe me. But yeah, this is baggy on me now. Wow, this is the show. This should be so tight. Ridiculous. We'll get to that soon though. But yeah, Southwest Rovers, and the B's kind of a bit faded, but still. And yeah, I think it might say it on the back maybe or something, but yeah, SWR. Those were the days like. Had some good times there. Signed for SWR when I was 18 years old. Like, I played for them for like 10 years. Like, had like about two and a half years spell in the middle when I wasn't playing for them, but that was about it. But yeah, it was good. We won some good football stuff actually. Just a second. So, when I was playing for SWR, we won this nice little trophy. So, season 14-15, we finished runners-up in League 2. Yeah. That is the National Visually Impaired Premier Leagues, or British Blind Sports kind of thing, you know? Yeah. Oh, and if you're interested, that was a futsal team. I used to play futsal all the time. I started off kind of like the midfield sort of thing, and then like, but because I was like quite slow in that, and big at the time, I got put in defence, like, so I stayed there for a bit, and then towards the end, I got started putting up front because like I run around a lot more and that, like. So yeah, and this is one of my favourites. This is the season afterwards, like, so like, you know, it's quite interesting how won these trophies from like 24 to 26, like those years, like, because those were probably the years that I was the fittest in my conditioning for Southwest Rovers. So it was quite unfortunate that we did finish when we did, like, and we didn't have enough players to continue on at the time, like, so that was disappointing, but still we played really well and we did well and we had some really good times. So this is the trophy when we won League 2, like, that was a really good time, like, so I was really proud of that. Plus, I was like one of the people, I don't know, like, if many people scored, but like played against Birmingham A in like the top division next season, like, and we was a bit sporadic that year, like we missed out a lot of tournaments, all that kind of thing, but we played that one. I think we played actually in Birmingham at that time at the futsal arena. It's called like .play.com or something like that now, but yeah, it was really good experience. And I was playing at left back at the time as well, like I was bombing forward, like a bit like sort of Luke Shorey style, but like when he's actually playing good. And I actually got a hat trick like against them as well, like, and they're a tough team, Birmingham, believe me on that. So moving on, my next Southwest Rovers shirt. What? Let's get the hat off a second. So this is a bit big for me, but it's nice. It's nice, like, yeah, I always like the stripe over, like, it's a nice design. This actually, like, number 16, like, Mark, my manager, my good friend, my teammate, he actually like chose this number for me, like, because he thought that like I would like it because Roy Keane was obviously 16, and funny enough, that's the number I've gone with this season as well, like, for my kit, like. Ah, here we go. And then, so there's another Southwest Rovers kit here. Like, this is the last season that we played as Southwest Rovers. We were playing in this kit, like, kit before. I think we even won the league in that kit. So like that was a special memories, that kit. But this kit is like nice also, like, because I had some fond memories, like hat trick in this kit as well, like comeback against London. I remember we was like 2-0 down and we won it like 3-2 in the second half. That was a real good game, like real good comeback, like. Oh, this is one of my earliest kit for Selfless Rovers, like. Well, I signed for Selfless Rovers in this kit, like. Bradbury, even got my name on the back of this, like. My first, like, number 14 and everything, like. Which is, which I did have. I think I still got for Exeter City as well, like. I traded it because of that. And this used to be like proper, sort of like skin tight. Like people might have seen like photos of it, like it's proper tight. Now it's like proper baggy, like, you know, which is good. It used to be like Shakhtar to Nest style, like, you know, sort of like really tight, that sort of thing, like. But nah, it's proper loose on me now, like, and it's really good. Brings back a lot of good memories. Like I remember, like we had so many players at the time in Selfless Rovers. We used to take 2 teams to like the cup tournaments and everything. It was like ridiculous. Such a shame that those like days didn't stay. Moving on. This is one of my training tops. Selfless Rovers, like. Said my name and my number and everything. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I quite liked it. And we used to trade these like tops. It was pretty cool. Down at the riverside before they had the fire. Because if we were there when they had the fire, like I don't think I would have survived. Oh, wouldn't you know, like one of my old Exeter City shirts, like brings back some good memories. Like remember I used to go watch Exeter City a lot. Still do quite a bit now, but obviously not so much. I used to be a season ticket holder once upon a time, like, but I've got other commitments now, so like that takes up more of my time. But yeah, really like this shirt, I like the feel of it and that. Because I was going through my shirts the other day and I was like, oh, this is awesome, like, love this shirt. Now we get to like some of the old United shirts, like. So this one has got special memories. This shirt, obviously, like it's quite worn. Like there's a lot of sort of it's been washed a lot in that. But this special memories. This one. This was like, if you don't remember, like 2008 shirt, like when we won the Champions League, Premier League, Cristiano Ronaldo, like 42 goals and that, like proper beast. Yeah. I love this shirt. This shirt is awesome. Like very baggy on me now because obviously I was bigger then, but like I love it. Love this shirt. Like love the feel, love the memories, everything. United, definite. I remember this shirt. Like this is a great shirt. Like so I remember this shirt when we was playing like in the Champions League and that. Around about the same sort of time, like, and we played against Arsenal a few times. I remember like Ji-sung Park in our midfield, like ripping it up and that. Some great like memories there. Great memories. Like this is like another like a third kit or something like that. I remember we had this one and then we had like a dark blue one, and they were both so good. But we had so many kits over the years. Like honestly, oh, I remember this kit. Yeah, this kit was nice. I remember I was at Hereford College at the time, like up at college up there, and I was massive when I was around this. It was like so baggy, like it was ridiculous. But I remember like this was one of my favorite. I think it was like around like the time we signed Berbatov, like because I got like number 9 on the back of this because Berbatov was number 9, and I thought he was so poor. He like ruined the like actual speed of the game, slowed it down so much. So like I literally like got number 9 on the back and like my name just because like I personally thought I was a better striker than him, and he should be subbed off, and the Bradbury should be on. Ah, this is some great memories. This one, like, obviously I won't be able to put this one on because this was a long time ago, but It's even got like mud stains and that on the collar and that. I don't know if you can see like that very good, like where like I was wearing it so many years. But this is the 1999 like shirt. Like I love the collar on this. Like it was like my favorite. Could go like up and down and everything. Like you even had like a collar on it, so you could flick it up like Cantona and everything. Like it was one of my favorite shirts ever. This. And we won the treble in this shirt. Like I remember, like one time, I'll go into it a bit more in a bit, but I remember it was a Champions League final. Like we was 1-0 down against Bayern Munich. I'm sure you know it well. I'm sure you do. And it was amazing. Like we were down, a deflected free kick in like the first like 15 or so minutes. I remember watching, like, we didn't get many chances that night, but like I always felt we were still in it. Like I always believed, like, you know, never mattered to me like how less time was remaining, or how like far down we were, or how many goals behind we were. We always had the impetus to come back. We had like such good players like Andy Cole, Dwight York, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs, like everyone. And Roy Keane was suspended in that game as well, which was like a big blow for us. Like, and I remember a few others was out. I think even Ryan Giggs was out as well, perhaps. Like, oh no, I think he came on as substitute because we played like FA Cup before that, because we was in so many competitions, but treble winning match. And we was down to the last like 4 minutes. Corner come in. And I remember like just before that though, my mom, she came to me and she was like, "Oh, you're so sad, Alex, you're so sad. Oh, maybe we should turn the TV off and all this." And I was like, "No, I'm keeping the TV on. I'm watching this. This is my team. My team, Manchester United. That's what I'm about." And I remember like at the time she was like, "Oh, let me get you some like tissue for your eyes, like, and all this." And I was like, "No, we're still gonna win." And she went upstairs to go get me some tissue. Oh, bless her. But by the time she come down, Manchester United had scored 2 goals and we were winning. 3 titles to us. The treble. Oh, this is a great shirt, this one. I remember this because it's got like a double layer to it. This is like back like sort of 2002, I think, that sort of season. We had like Sebastian Veron, Ruud van Nistelrooy, like, and like I think we just signed Rio Ferdinand when this shirt come out as well. Like, this is a great shirt, this one. Like, I used to love wearing this shirt because it's so tactile. Like, even like all the sort of sponsors and that, like the Vodafone and that, it all comes out from the shirt. Really love it. Oh, I love it. I always remember, I think like David Beckham might have been David Beckham's last season in that shirt as well. And like I remember like we had Chelsea, I think, on like the first couple of days of the season or something. I think we got like a 2-2 draw. And I remember like David Beckham scoring and Ryan Giggs, and oh, it was just so tight that season. Oh yes, I remember this shirt, like, because I seem to remember this was the year. I don't think I was even get this on, to be honest. I don't even try. This is like when I was like 2001, I think this was, and basically Ruud van Nistelrooy came to the club, like one of my favourite strikers of all time, like was banging in the goals, like Ruud. He was like a beast. And like this is tactile as well, like rolling back to the Vodafone era, like, and like we were just so on it that season, like so on it. Like Ruud van Nistelrooy is a beast, I tell you. If you ain't seen him, definitely check him out. Oh, I think this was the centenary top, like this was. That's why it's like all golden and that. I think it was like 100 years of Manchester United, like. And I remember us playing in this because I think we was like we won the Champions League the year before, and I think we played Barcelona maybe at Wembley or something like that. I think in this sort of season, and unfortunately we lost, but like it was like pretty close. But like Barcelona, like such a tough team, like honestly, like. But I love this kit because it's so good, like celebrating the years at Manchester United, all the traditions, everything, like, so good. Oh, so this is like the Jose Mourinho era, like, shirt, this one. I remember I got this, like, and I got, specifically, I got, like, number 6 put on it. Because Paul Pogba, the return of Pogba, like, he was a beast. Literally, like, I remember his first game, he came, did, like, the Romero turn, like, everything, like, proper sick. He was an awesome guy. Like, he's had, like, so many injury problems, though, over these, like, last, like, couple of months or something, and that's been a bit bad, but still, moving on. Oh, yeah. Wonder if I can get this one on. I remember this shirt because this is the season that we signed Cristiano Ronaldo, like, this season, and we played against them, like, and, like, we signed them, like, and also this was the season that, like, Wayne Rooney, like, joined Man United. I think he joined around the same time as wearing this as well, and we won the Carling Cup, like, this season, like, and everything. I remember that was the start of the beginning of, like, a little period of, like, domination, then, like, kind of thing, like, getting back to how we used to be, because there was, like, a few years where we were struggling after, like, David Beckham leaving, and a bit of uncertainty about Roy Keane, like, the midfield not being as strong as it used to be. So that was really good. Oh, and, like, this is, like, the England shirt from, like, I'm sure you recognize it. I'm sure it's familiar to you. They change it up a lot, but this one is the one from, like, last summer, like, when we got so far, like, the furthest we ever got since I think it was, like, 1990. Yeah, 1990. So good. Such a shame we didn't win it. We were so close, so unlucky. So that was so unfortunate. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna have a little discussion a second, like, and so I'll just flip you over to the other thing. Back in a second, guys. Oh, hi guys. So I hope the sounds and that is all good, and it's been good. Oh, it's so bright in here. Whoa, it's better. So, what are we going to speak about now? Ah, boot. Yeah. So, we're going to get some boots a second. I'll be back, and then I can show you my little boot collection. One second. All right, guys. Cool. Right. Let's set you up sort of here. Right, cool. So, boots. So I've had many boots over the years. Some of you might know. And basically, at the moment, I'm playing on sort of like everything almost, really. So I've got these AstroTurf boots. What? AstroTurf. Black ones. They're all right. You know, for AstroTurf, they ain't like nothing special. These are pretty sick. These are like playing on my firm ground. These are my Pumas. Nice fit net and everything, like you can see there. Pretty nice. And the stud combination, for those of you who like know things about that, it's actually pretty nice because like you've got a combination of blades as well as studs, so you get the sort of best of both. So like traction's like really good for the ball and everything. Oh, Alexa, stop! Oops. I have to speed it up, guys. Alexa calls. What? Yeah, so also I've got these boots, which is really cool, these Tech Fit futsal boots. I did a lot, these are like the ones I used to play in my like last days of Southwest Rovers and that. I had a tournament recently on playing for Exeter Ability accounts, and that was a really cool tournament actually, like up at the Exeter University, like really, really good times. And really like kind of nice and flat, but I don't know if you can see, but it's got some sort of like grooves on it and that, so it actually like sticks to the ball quite nice, because like sometimes it can be like a bit too flat. So I try and change my boots up like every season or every season or two, so like I don't have like all the boots that I've ever had, because like that would be stupid, like. But I have to say that before I show this last pair of boots, that I used to have the Adidas Predator boots, like the old sort of like original type ones. They had like a tongue, and they went over the boot, over to the bottom, like so nice, leather, like smooth, good, sick. Honestly, like if you want a pair of like leather boots, like they'll never let you down. Definitely get like the old style like Predator boots. Steven Gerrard used to like wear them, like everyone good like that. They're beast, honestly beast. I don't know what's happening with the Adidas like Predator boots, but like terrible now, terrible. I'll tell you now. Myself, I've got like I'm like a size 11, but I like a tight fit. So most of the time with football boot, I go for like a 10.5 sort of thing, like. And I've got like a really wide foot as well, like. So like I have to go for like a certain brand as well, like, which is really kind of like might be interesting to some, but like yeah, certain brands, they actually make boots certain specifications. So like specifications. So boot might be kind of like small, like width wise. So like Nike, they tend to make them pretty standard size. So only to like sort of an F, if you know what I'm talking about. I think like an F is like the widest. So width wise, they do it like A, B, C, D, E, sort of like F, like that sort of things. But I'm actually like a G or a H, my width. So, because I got a very broad foot, and you might not know this, but sometimes basically everyone's foot, one foot will be slightly bigger than the other foot. So you have to get, you have to measure your biggest foot and then basically work back from there. So that's quite interesting actually, like for some people maybe. So this is like my final boot. I use this a lot because like for training on artificial grass and that, like have to like wear them, like keep them nice. You might find that like they're similar to my other boots that I like wearing like match days, because I like wanted this season to get matching basically like boots that are like near enough identical, so that like basically I could train with these and play with the others. But it's not really worked out so good, as basically there's been a lot of cancellations, and as you can know, like with the virus and everything, it's been pretty bad. All right, so now we're going to move on to favorite memories, like so some of my favorite memories. So would you just do the top 5, I think, because like time wise and that. So some of my favorite memories are basically I think my favorite memories, I think watching Manchester United with the Champions League was a very favorite memory, so that would probably be like number 1 or something. But I think a few other good memories are like I think when we won the league with like Southwest Rovers, that was like a really proud moment, I have to say. Like I remember because we've been together for so long, me and the boys, like that was really good. and really enjoyed playing for all of the different teams. But like when I've been playing for Southwest Rovers, we always felt like a more of a family, you know, like rather than a team, and that's something that like I think works well with a lot of teams. I think like even in the Premier League now, oh my hat's a bit better. Like you got like Liverpool, you got like playing really well, and like Jurgen Klopp has been done really good at bringing all the teams basically together and making sure that everyone feels at home. I think he's done really well in that. So that's another one I think is my favorite memories. And the third memory, I think, is I think when Sir Alex Ferguson, I think like when he like won his title in his like last season there, I think that was a great memory. I remember watching the last match, like, and like it was just ridiculous against like West Brom, like 5-5. I remember before the match, he got given like a big pack of chewing gum, and the referee gave it to him. It was like a giant size one as well, like because if any of you know, like Sir Alex Ferguson, he used to chew a lot of gum. Like he used to always be synonymous with that on the bench, really. Like so, that was a really interesting. And like he'd often have like really bad disagreements with the referees and that. So for him to like have that special moment, I think was like really good. Like, so let me know your best football memories. Like, thanks for joining us. Like, put your like messages in the comments, streaming live on YouTube, live on Facebook. Like, so get following me. Like, we're gonna give you some really good content, really good stuff. This is not the end. This is just the beginning. Also, I think number 4, I think would probably be number 4 best memories. Number 4, I think winning the Champions League again in 2008 was like a really good memory, because I remember I was at West of England at the time with my school, like just in the college sort of time, and me and my friends and one of my really good friends, me and Peter, were there like watching it, like, and we were both supporting Man United and that, like, and I remember like it was proper nerve biting because Man United was all over Chelsea in the first half, like ridiculous. I don't care what Chelsea supporter says. It was over. Believe me on that. And somehow they managed to hang on, and they managed to get a half time. And basically, Frank Lampard got like a sneaky goal. Like literally, Cristiano Ronaldo scored. I think it was like 8th minute or something. Wes Brown sent the ball in, header. Oh, Ronaldo, yeah, that was awesome. Like, and it would cut. And then, like, I remember Carlos Tevez, he had a shot that was literally cleared off the line. Peter Cech couldn't get there. Peter Cech was a beast of a keeper as well. Like, such a shame what happened to him with Steve Hunt coming in, like, kneeing him in the face. That was bad. I think now with VAR, he would have definitely got like a red card for that, even if it was an accident. Because I don't even think he got sent off for that, actually. I think the referee gave like a free kick, but that was it. I think he might have given like a yellow card, maybe, like, but I'm not too sure. If you know, comment on the comments, like, so that'll be interesting to find out for that. So interesting. I think, yeah. So and then in the second half, it was a bit more. Man United hadn't really taken their chances in the first half, and like we'd been so much over them that like come the second half, Chelsea sort of came into their own a bit more then, and there was a bit more on the attack. And I remember Drogba, he was such a dangerous player to play against. I remember like Rio Ferdinand and Vintage like really finding it difficult to keep up against him and all that. And Drogba actually hit the post 2 or 3 times. He was a beast. But I remember that later on, like, got to extra time in that, and I was thinking like, oh, I think we're gonna win it now. I had that feeling, like, because like Sir Alex Ferguson being the manager, you never give up. Once you get to extra time, we're gonna win it then. No taking it away from us. And I remember thinking like when he got sent off and it came to penalties, that was awesome. That was quality. I loved it when that happened. So that was really good. And I think and then my fifth top memory, like, I think it's got to be when I scored the hat trick against Birmingham A, because that was a good moment. That was like playing left back, and like I've always felt that I've been like kind of like looked over in my like footballing sort of career, if you could call it that. So to score like a hat trick against Birmingham A, like the biggest like club in the league, like to put it in perspective, basically every single player who plays for Birmingham A, near enough, who played that game is a full England international. Like, so it was quite hard to score like a hat trick against full England internationals. Like you can see them on TV playing in the futsal international tournaments against like top players in the world and that, and like they just smashed them up. So that was really good. I was very chuffed with that, I have to say. It was a very proud day for me. I remember like overall that day, I think we did all right actually that day, but just like in terms of like the season, it was just a bit off really, because like we weren't able to turn up to all the tournaments. Because to put it in another perspective, something you might not know is that that season a lot of the tournaments were based in London, and for others that don't know, we as a team, Southwest Rovers at the time, were actually based in Exeter or Southwest, and some of the guys came from Wales and like about that sort of distance really. I think it was one or two in Birmingham, perhaps something like that, I think. But that was about it. And so when it came to coming to get into Birmingham, it was too tough to make, really, like too tough to call. And so I remember Mark looking up. He was like the manager, the coach, looked after the club. He did like fantastic job. So you got to like give it up to him. Like whatever you think about his management style, like Mark was just like a boss, to be honest. Like, you know. So all I have is tremendous respect for Mark, to be honest, because the way he managed that club over the years, you know, amazing, I have to say. But no, like we basically weren't able to attend the tournaments in London, which meant that we were subsequently deducted points from the league that season, which meant that like we had no chance of really doing anything in our like season in like the top league. So even if we won like every single game, which was very difficult anyway, like it was difficult. And I remember actually halfway through that season, we lost our goalkeeper, our main guy, like, and it was so hard because like we had like no goalkeeper for like quite a few tournaments. And I remember even like one of our strikers, like Ben at the time, he had to go in goal for us, and he was really good in goal actually, to be fair, like to him, like he put in so much good effort. But it was just such a tough season, and like it did take away from our like sort of like attack, because like he was so good, like he would like never give up. He had this sort of intensity of like Podolski and that, like, so like if you want to look him up, and like look him up, because he was really good, Podolski, like that in his day. So moving on to the teams, I think I sort of covered this, but I'll cover it in like a little bit of a brief thing. So I played for school. I played for like, you know, just for good time and that when I was like younger and like growing up and that. I've only ever supported one team though. Manchester United has always been my team. Always, always. My brother, he actually supports Tottenham Hotspur though. He's a big fan of Tottenham, like big supporter, like. And but me and my cousin, we support Manchester United, like. And you might think, oh well, why is you supporting Man United when you come from Exeter? Oh, sort of thing. But I think it's a couple of reasons. So I think that like Manchester United, it's like what the club represents on a level, like, and it's how they never give up. They play honestly. They give their all, their integrity, stuff like this, values that like resonate, that are not just in football but across, like just to be like a good human person and a good human being, like. So that's something that like really I found a connection with personally, like when I was like a youngster, and how like Sir Alex Ferguson's like mentality of like never give up, and like siege mentality, like the club against the world and all that. I thought that was amazing. I thought that was top quality. And my cousin Sam, he he didn't come from Manchester, but some of his family did, because my aunt, she actually comes from Manchester, and so his granddad and that on her side all was coming from Manchester and that. So that's how he got into sport in Manchester United. So he sort of passed it on to me, like, and my brother was like, "Nah, you gotta be supporting Tottenham," and I was like, "Nah, nah, nah." But that was really good. I remember one time, um, I was me and my brothers watching Man United play in the Champions League. It was around like sort of the 1998-99 season, like, and I remember like Yap Stam, I think he was playing like Inter Milan at the time, actually, or something like that. It was a tough match, but we were doing all right. I think it was like 1-0 up or something, but like it was a tough game or something like. And I remember like my brother, we used to share like a room and be on bunk beds, and I was on the bottom bed with my brother, and like I remember Manchester United scored, and we was all like jumping up and down like on the bunk bed, and it just went snap, and we ended up on the floor. That was so good. That was a fun time. And I remember my mom coming up and going, what's happened to the bed? Nah. And my brother was like, shh. So that was a good time. So I always supported Man United, but obviously I follow my local team as well. So that's always been good. And so from on that, I used to play like at football and that. So when I was at school, I went to like Carrick Street School in Exeter for like a while, like for like my first couple of years at school. Then I went to Rockbeer School, and we played all like football there and that. Then I went to West England after that, like, and but at Rockbeer School though, we had such a good school team. Like honestly, like I have to say, like one of my best friends, this guy called Dan, so good at Rockbeer School. Like he supported Liverpool in that, and like we was all friends in that, so like it didn't really matter to me, but I remember like at the time, like Michael Owen was like the big player for Liverpool. Like he was like banging the goals in, like, and everyone liked Michael Owen. Like it didn't matter who you supported, because like he was just the face of England. So, and basically we used to play guys. We used to play full 11 side, like sort of pitch and everything. Like, and we had such a good team. My friend Paul in goal, my friend Dan up front, like I remember Martin in the midfield, like Declan was a pretty good reserve goalkeeper. We had like a lot of good guys. And the head teacher got so annoyed with us one time because like we was playing so good. My friend Dan out front, like he knocked in like literally, no joke, he knocked in like 8 goals in the first half. We didn't play like full games as in like, 45 minutes each way. I think it was like 10 minutes a half, but like even that was like quite a lot. I think I play that now kind of like similar, but like when we was younger, obviously it was a lot bigger sort of thing. But we used to play full size pitch, and like it was just so good because we were just like so much ahead of them by half time, and they couldn't do nothing. And our goalkeeper was so good, my friend Paul. I remember basically he got the ball, and he took it around their whole team, and scored. And it wasn't like a freak accident or something. He purposely did it, and like they couldn't even get near him or tackle him or anything. Like, and I remember after he scored, we was all celebrating, like, yes, oh, what a goal! Our goalkeepers just took it around their whole team. That's quality. And the head teacher came over, and she was like, "Oh, you can't be doing that. You're disrespecting them. You gotta like tone it down." Like, she was like, "You're doing too good. You're doing too good. Like these guys are like 2-3 years older than you. You gotta like play it worse. Like you can't. And I just remember that because me and my friends, we were just laughing so much. We just hunched over laughing. Like that was brilliant. That was. I would play for them. Then I went to West of England, played for them. Actually, at my time at West of England, luckily enough, West Brom, the actual football team, West Brom, came to our team, like West Bromwich Albion, and we actually played against them. It was about 2003, 2004. They just got promoted to the Premier League, actually, like for the first time, and they had Manchester United in their first game as well. I remember that because not only like playing against them, but I remember that I looked out for the fixtures like every year, like every fan does, and Manchester United were playing West Bromwich Albion in the first game, and I remember that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, coincidentally, actually scored the winning goal for Manchester United. And I think it was like the 89th minute or something like that. So they actually did really well, to be honest. But the reason I remember it is because I was like a little kid at the time, and it might sound a bit bad, but after we played against them, they all weared sim specs and everything, so it was a really good game. And like a lot of the players were down there. They had like all the like Greening and like all this kind of people, and even Gary Megson, the manager, was there and everything. Because Kathy, a woman who worked at the school, she was actually like a big fan of West Brom and wrote to them and got them to come to like West England to play against us. So it was really good fun to play against them and actually like beat them in their sim specs. I actually scored the winning penalty at the time as well, so that was really good fun. One step as well on the yard, like I know a lot of people might remember that. The old yard was like really bad, like used to slope down to the one side and everything, but really improved your ball control. But I tell you what, if you ever like, I remember taking a football on there, and like literally like I would take a football on that pitch, and literally like the ball would be ravaged, savaged and ravaged. Honestly, like you'd have a ball, fresh looking ball, smelling so nice, so fresh, the leather, all that kind of goodness. You take it on the yard, you'd literally have like, you might as well just put like a carving knife like straight through it, like chop chop. There's your football. It was that bad, like, so definitely like I remembered never to use a good ball on there again. I remember that, but good memory still, and that was a great game. But I remember afterwards I like approached them and I was like, ha ha ha, I think Man United is going to smash you in the first match, sort of thing, like. And you know, that was bad from me, but like I think that might have given them a bit of extra motivation, you know, to sort of like the manager turn around and say, let's prove him wrong, let's go out there, let's show ourselves. So it's strange how things can sort of work the other way. So I played for West England a lot. I remember going to Aston Villa a lot. We had a lot of tournaments in Aston Villa every single year. We used to have a yearly thing in Aston Villa where we would play and like do all that sort of thing, like, and play big tournaments against all the visually impaired teams across the country. There was like Wrigley Smith or something like this. There was like loads of random teams. There was so many, like it was ridiculous. I remember we did quite well a few years, and we had so many teams from like our like school. We had to have a coach. Like the first few years I went, we had like literally like a coach, not like a coach like a minibus, like a coach, like 100 people sort of coach type thing, you know, that kind of big. We had so many teams. We had like about 4 or 5 teams, full squads. Like it was ridiculous. And we had like the ability level, so like A, B, C kind of thing, and D and all that kind of thing. And I remember like when I was like younger, I'd be at like the bottom team, and then I was like gradually like working my way up. And I remember that was really good. But towards my end of my time there, unfortunately, like the sort of students, they weren't able to sort of play that good or go or something, so they stopped going. So it was disappointing, but so good. I really enjoyed it, and I know like a lot of other people did as well. And it kind of helped me in a way, because I remember that like thinking we actually played 5-a-side rules and that, and you might know that futsal rules and 5-a-side rules are a little bit different. 5-a-side rules, you have to keep a player in the half. You can't go within the D area, like you can't hit the ball with overhead height, all that kind of thing. The goalkeeper can't come out of his penalty area, that sort of thing. Like futsal, the goalkeeper can come out of the penalty area. They can't touch with their hands. You don't have to leave people in like their own areas, and you can go in the penalty area in futsal, and the ball can go overhead height, but they weight the ball so that like it's better to put it along the ground. And in futsal, if you play it along the air, then you ain't got no skill in football anyway, like, you know. And like people might laugh and say that like Southwest Rovers, we did have a tendency to go some log ball sometimes, but that's only because we saw a niche. We saw like our sort of window into creating opportunities. So that was smart on us, really. Like so. After that, I played for my friend's work team, like ALS, for a bit. Like, and we went training. I used to go down, do some trading and everything with them. But when the actual league started, I couldn't play for them because obviously I wasn't working for them. So like insurance wouldn't cover me and all that sort of thing. So that was fair enough. After that, I started playing for like Southwest Rovers a little bit after that. That was really good, keep my fitness up and everything. And obviously, I've spoken a lot about that. I've had some really good times with them. 10 years from 18 to like 28, you know, and like really made some really good friends, such good times, really, really good. And I remember in the early days, we used to like go away for like road trips and that, like away and that, and we used to spend like the whole weekend like away. We used to go up on like the Friday or something and then spend the night. We used to do like some poker games in like the hotel rooms and that, and gather together, have a few drinks, and then go out to a few bars and that, have a few laughs, play like wake up the next day, get ourselves dusted down, play football, and then go to the pub and have a few drinks. Used to be like great, such a community spirit, such a social gathering. Like, and I have to say, I do miss that from Southwest Rovers, but I really hope that after this lockdown's finished, that we can meet up and really have a good gathering. So that would be perfect. Like, we can arrange that. Um, while I was playing at Southwest Rovers, I also played for RNC, which was Hereford, which was really, really good as well, because actually, like when I was there, we had structured training. We had coaches that used to coach the England team, the England futsal team, British blind sport like football team, the B1s and the B3s and all them. So it was really good. So I got to play with all those sort of guys, like the top guys, and they were really good players. Like, you know, really, really good. Even though they're like partially sighted, whatever, like so good. And the blind guys are so good. We had some like great people come down. I remember like one occasion, David Beckham even came down and like filmed an advert with the British blind team, and it was like literally just behind the house, like the sort of block where I was living at the time. Like, I have to say I didn't see David Beckham at the time, but when I watched the advert back, he'd made it there, sort of thing. So like that was really interesting. And I remember one time I was walking to football training. We used to go through this like little kind of secret door, sort of like one of the exit in the point four to the inside, like the football complex. And we had like an actual full size futsal pitch, like made up and everything. The acoustics were all like quality and all that. It was brilliant facilities, top notch. We had our own gym, all that, like brilliant. And we used to go in there and play. I used to have football timetabled on my lessons. Like, so I used to have about 3 or 4 training sessions a week, working on various things: fitness, cardio, conditioning. We used to do the bleep test, to conditioning, to like test our conditioning and all that. So that's really something that I was really interested in. And at a time, like working with like guys from England and that was really, really cool, because I've always been like really into like football and all that. So working with those guys was quality. So I have to give it up to them. Like, I remember a lot of good coaches there, taught me a lot of good things. They was like John Pugh, he was like really good, and a lot of others. Like, honestly, like, but yeah, it was top notch, top notch, I have to say. And yeah. And now, at last, sort of 25 or so, 20, so 26, so like the last sort of 4 or 5 years, I've been playing for like Exit Ability Counts now. Like, it's a really good community, like a lot of good lads. Like, I really enjoyed playing with them. Unfortunately, the team seemed to change over a bit too much for my liking, to be honest. Yeah, like this season, we're just getting used to the teams, was building like a good bond and that, and then like all of a sudden, like some people leave, so like, oh, they just pluck some people out of this team, like, you know, back to square one again. So it is difficult, and like it's a bit like a draft, I guess, like in American football, where like you have players taken away. So yeah, that's like a bit much. But yeah, I play for them, and they're really a good team, and they do some really good stuff. Started training up at the Exeter training ground up at the Cliff, and that's quality facilities. All like big up to Exeter for allowing us to use those facilities. Amazing. Well, thank you, Exeter. And I have to say, like, some really good coaches I've had since I've been training and playing for ability counts as well, like, so, and really good managers as well. I've had a few over the years. I won't bother naming them all, but you know who you are, like, thank you, like. Feel really blessed to have played under and have everyone who's ever coached me, like, even sometimes though I might seem like I don't take in what you're saying, I am, like, I listen to 100% what you say, like, and I really love, like, everything, and finally, what football means to me. So football to me, it means like so much. So I was so missed not having football since it's not been on, because it made me know, like, where's the fucking camera around here? Right. One, it made me know just how much I miss football, and like how much ingrained it was in my life, because football is so special to me, so special. Oh, I've actually noticed I got some comments coming through. Oh, Blackbeard, like, oh, Khaled, like, how you doing, mate? How you doing, eh? Ah, nice to hear from you, mate. Yeah, Khaled, nice message, mate. Miss you too, mate. I'm crazy. Nah, you're the crazy one, mate. You're the crazy one. Throwing something out my window? Nah. Different subject. Anyway, great comments coming through. Shame like the Facebook integration thing ain't working that great at the moment, but still, hopefully that will be fixed soon. But football to me means so much. Football to me is everything. Football, it's the type of person you are. Football is like football. What does football mean to me? Football is life. Football is art. Football is music. Football is symphony. Football is bringing the world together. Football is unity. Football goes beyond bonds. Football, it brings everyone together. It doesn't matter what color you are, it doesn't matter what race you are, it doesn't matter what creed you are, what color you are, what skin you are, it doesn't matter if you have a disability or not, it doesn't matter where you come from, rich or poor. Football brings people together, and that's something that I personally have always loved about football. Football bridges all gaps, and it will do forever, because sport does all around the world, but football for me has been the thing that has bridged all the gaps for me, like. And I think, like, when I was younger, I used to be like a bit like bigger or heavier or however, like, but like football was one of the things that like really motivated me, like, to lose like weight, to get fit, because I love football so much, and I felt personally that like I wasn't given a good enough impression of myself on the pitch, because in my mind I was like amazing. Like I could run, I could shoot, I could pass, weight of touch, everything was quality. But on the pitch, I wasn't moving quick enough. I wasn't doing things that I wanted to do. And it was frustrating to me, more frustrating to me, because I knew I could do it, than it was to anyone else on my team or anyone that was playing with me. Like, believe me on that. I am my own worst critic, like, and I have to say that, like, I love football. Like, football is the best. Like, I hope to have football back soon. Give it a thumbs up. If you want football back soon, give it a thumbs up, guys, because I want football back soon. Anyway, that's it. That's been it from me. It's been great to talk with you. One love, big respect. And ta-da, guys. Bradbury out.